Okay, I woke up this morning being super not motivated. And literally, last time my manager and I had a discussion about just like how I was doing in terms of like the work. I like also just kind of like tanked in my motivation to like want to even try because I'm like, what the fuck is the point of this? But yeah, I don't know. I just woke up like obviously feeling bad and still thinking and reminiscing, even though I know that I don't care about work as much and I put into it as much as I think I'm getting out of it, even though I really did work hard. Even though I say I didn't work hard, I still feel like I worked hard and tried my best. And yeah, I just can't help but think like, okay, what could I've still actually done differently? Like thinking like, oh, I should have done this or shouldn't have done this. And it's tough because I think it's true. Like if you're really afraid to do your job poorly, there's no way that you can do your job well. And Erin was reminding me of this last night where yeah, if you're just like so worried that you're gonna like not do well, you're just gonna be like not wanting to ask questions and not do this and this and this. And I feel like I kind of like set myself into this trap again. And I feel like I'm always trying to be like on top of like performance conversations and like thinking about how I can be doing better. And I think there's something to be said about like the discourse of trying to like do better and do well. And it's like the whole phrase of like you try so hard to do the right thing that you end up just like fucking up. And I don't know. I think sometimes it's like I like talked so much about me like wanting to get better that I never maybe highlighted the things that I was doing well. And so the narrative and perception is like I just always needed help, which it's like I feel like I fucking know that. And like I've told myself that for years, yet I still maybe am always having conversations of like, oh, I did this, like I wonder how I could be doing better. And I think that's just my inherent fucking personality where I always feel like there's a problem to be solved or like something wrong. And even though I know that that's fucking true, like, I don't know, it's just hard to like go against that and not accept that because I feel like I like fully know that I'm capable of doing all these things. Like, I feel like I am good at what I do and successful in other ways. And I think there are a lot of things that I like about myself. But when it comes to work, yeah, I'm always like worried that I'm not doing enough or like not presenting myself in a way that's going to be perceived well. And when I talk to like Richie and Brian about it, it's always like not at the forefront of their mind, like how they're being perceived. Whereas like that's all that's in the forefront of my brain. And I know my manager like doesn't want me to feel like I'm in this like position where I'm scared to do anything or take action or ask a question. And I even told him too, like, I feel like now I'm just like always walking on this like balancing rope where I have to be perfect, otherwise I'll fail. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm like consciously making an effort to just like make a decision and go with it and trust my instincts. And I feel like it's, I don't know, maybe sad that I joined a new team with a lot of like apprehension and just like worry. And I think that kind of manifested into maybe the situation now where it's just like I'm trying so hard to do right by everyone that yeah, didn't trust myself enough. And now I'm in this situation where people think that I need a lot of like hand holding and I'm not doing enough on my own. Um, and it's like annoying because like the moment I wake up, I'm like, okay, problem solving mode, like what do I do? And I think my brain just like always does that where it's like I have this problem and I like need to fix it right away or I like can't move on. um and so I'm like, okay, like should I go dig up proof that I feel like I've been doing well? Should I like talk to my manager and be like, okay, like this is on you, like I'm getting the short end of the stick and it's your job to like advocate for me if you really think that I'm doing well. And I think it's kind of one of those things where it feels like it is what it is and there's nothing more that we can do. It's just kind of like a numbers quotas game where, I don't know. I don't know. But still, it's like, if he thinks that I'm doing well, then he should make sure that I get recognized in that way. Um, and yeah, maybe something else I could do is like talk to my old manager or whatever and see if he can like vouch for me in any way. But at the same time, like, yeah, there was an option for my manager currently to like dig into like my past. And I'm like, please do not do that because I have not done solid, good work since 2022. Because this same cycle bullshit happened before. And then I like was like, fuck this. And I went off and did other things for like fucking 2 years. And yeah, I mean, I'm like really grateful that I had those opportunities, but it doesn't look good in the sense of like I haven't been doing like really good engineering work. So yeah. And then I like try to tell myself that I should just stop worrying and spiraling because I'm going to talk to Roy in a bit about it, and I'm sure he will give me actionable advice on how to fix this. But yeah, it's annoying because now instead of like doing my actual work, I'm just like figuring out how I can like reconcile or fix this problem, which I don't even think there was a problem because like I said, I feel like I did everything right. Like I feel like I took all the lessons I had learned in my previous years and like brought it to this job. And yeah, I don't know. But maybe I should have just like not done so much discourse on how I could be doing better. I think I just like genuinely love hearing people's opinions about things. I wish there was a job where I could just fucking do that. I don't know. And I think I'm just like always curious about like what people are thinking. And I just love to like talk about. It's like fucking, I don't know. It's really fucking stupid. But yeah. Yeah, part of me just wants to go to my manager and be like, okay, I feel like this is not fair. This is on you. You need to like figure it out. But what can you do? And it's tough because I feel like in 2022 when this happened again, it was the same thing. It was just like worse because it was like more of a shock, I guess. I don't know. I just spent so much time like defending myself and I don't know. And it was like easy for me to be the person that, you know, had that narrative be told about me not doing well enough because I had just gotten promoted to be an L4. And then also like in my current team, I'm like the only one that can like actually have this happen to, where one girl, she just joined, the other guy, he was like at an L3 but probably under leveled and probably should be like closer to a 4, and the other two are just have been on the team forever and they're like outstanding people, which is why I wanted to join this team because I wanted to like be around them and like learn from them. And I'm entering this team at my level, and I think that's like it's like easy to be like, okay, Jessica's not the one that's doing your job because you can't really like give any, like you literally can't give anyone else like a bad rating. And that's exactly what happened before too, where other people were in situations where you literally couldn't give them any other rating other than meeting expectations. And so, I don't know, I'm just like the easy target again. But last thing I'll say, because all these thoughts are in my brain and I need to like put them out into the world so I can stop thinking about it, is I literally knew that this was a risk when I had joined this team. Like I told my manager up front, I was like, I really want to join. I'm just worried that the tech stack that I'm learning is super different than what I've done before. That I'm like worried I'm not gonna be able to like catch on fast enough. And obviously his answer was like, don't worry about it, you'll figure it out. And I feel like now it's just kind of like it's like becoming reality and I prophesize whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. Ugh! Where maybe like he could have like taken that to heart more and made sure that I don't know. But then also like I started, okay, and I was thinking about this earlier too, and I just like forgot about it just now, but I started end of April, so really like May, June, July, August, September, October, and now it's like November. Like it's been like 6 months where like I feel like I spent a good amount of time on each of the things that I worked on throughout the months, and like I was like onboarding and ramping up, and then I'm like, damn, like what would have happened if I joined at a different time of the year? And I feel like I've done solid work, and I don't know, I feel like it takes time to like learn things, and I don't want to be faulted for like not learning quick enough. I don't know. But also, I don't know, look at the fucking world today. Like, everyone's having a hard time getting a job. Everyone's getting laid off and fired, and maybe, like, the standards are higher now. But whatever. I'm like, not really worried about anything. I'm just kind of, like, annoyed that I'm in this situation again 3 years later, as if I didn't learn my lesson and like learn anything from it. But yeah, maybe less fucking talking to people about shit. Even though I thought I was like truly managing up and like doing a good job of like having really intentional conversations about my career and how I'm doing. And it's the whole fucking like discourse thing where if you're talking like you're struggling, then maybe you are fucking struggling. Okay, whatever. I don't know. It's really not a big deal. Like, work is so whatever. I just think I live in a society where everyone ties a lot of value into what they do for a living, and I, again, am just choosing to not live with that, I don't know, theme, and choosing to just fucking not be somebody that is valued in society. Okay, whatever, doesn't matter. I'm gonna go and either crash out and not wanna do anything anymore, or I'll be really motivated again, which is kind of what happened. I feel like I crashed out for like a week, and then I'm like, okay, now I'm motivated to like prove it wrong, and now I'm like gonna actually get a bad rating, and then the cycle will repeat. But okay, goodbye. Okay, last fucking thing, but I think the lesson is like stop worrying so much about whether or not you're doing a good job, and just like fucking do what you think is right, and just like do it, and like who the fuck cares. And this literally happened when I joined the education equity team. I like really fucking struggled at the beginning, and it was literally because I was so afraid of like not doing well, and like I really just like wanted to do a good job, that I think it just like fucked me up in like the brain. And then I eventually like ended up doing really well, and everyone on that team like loved me. And even with like the teaching thing, like and teaching at Fisk, I like really wanted to succeed, but I just like knew that I could do it. And like with engineering stuff, it's like I don't know I can do it, because I'm always like, why the fuck am I doing this job where I'm not like everyone else, and I don't even feel like I'm fucking good at it. Yeah, and like with teaching, I just like I had to fucking do it. Like if I didn't do it, then that would be bad. So it's just like more of like I was forced to take action, and now it's kind of like nobody's like telling me to take action, and I think I just like asked a lot of validating questions, like, is this right? In an effort to like mitigate risk later on if I made the wrong decision. But like, I don't know. I think lesson learned is like just take action, versus wasting other people's time by asking if it's the right decision. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Goodbye. I talked to Roy about it, and I think it's just kind of like the reality of the situation where in a org there just has to be people that fall into this like not meeting expectations bucket, because like let's say you have 100 people, there has to be 1, 2, 3, 5 maybe that fall into that category, and it's just like not gonna look good for someone that's like higher up to like just say no one was, you know, not meeting expectations, and then all the managers kind of have to like present somebody, and I think I'm just the person that makes the most sense. But it is like kind of unfortunate because I switched teams and there's like natural ramp up time. So yeah, I think there's like nothing really I can do, and it doesn't really make sense for me to like go dig up shit from the past, which is what I did before. But yeah, I don't know, like I couldn't realistically have done anything differently. Like I could have worked way more hours and I could have, I don't know, done something, but I think I wanted to just live my life and not have to work harder than when I should be. It's, you know, it is what it is, and yeah, I don't know. I think this is exactly what happened before, so yeah. And maybe I can just like try to handle it better this time around. I don't know. But it's fine, whatever. Okay. Now time to just maybe fix it or not do anything the rest of the day. Okay, bye. Okay, I've been feeling pretty bad about work since early November. So it's been like a month of me feeling really dejected and not in the mood and not into it. And it's tough because I feel like when I first started, I was having a really good time. I was like, yeah, I really like this team. I really like the work. I feel like I was kind of doing things my way and how I wanted to do things, and it was going well. And I don't know, I'm just kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop. And I literally said that to my manager too. And so now it's like kind of like a whole 180, which I just like love to fall into this pattern of feeling really good about something, then all of a sudden like feeling really shitty and having these like huge ups and downs. And I think I'm getting better at like quote unquote tolerating the distress of things, but I don't know, this one be pretty tough. And I think how I've been doing with work, it's like a lot of things. It like depends on, or it's just like I feel like a lot of factors kind of affected it is what I'm trying to say. Like I moved somewhere new, I'm like onboarding into a space that I've never done before or like been a part of before. I haven't like really done engineering work consistently for the last like few years, so naturally I think it's just going to be hard to get in like the swing of things. And I feel like I, you know, did work well and I knew I could have done things better, so I was like actually really motivated to like start to grind and started to feel like I was getting in my stride of things. But the review is like a reflection of how, you know, on average I've done. So maybe I feel really good about things now, but the review is kind of more of a reflection of the last few months, which is all onboarding. So I don't know, it's kind of tough to then feel like I was like doing as expected because I'm onboarding to like honestly super complicated space and doing better, but then that's not really reflected in like my performance. And I know that it really only affects my compensation. I always say I get paid too much and it's like really an absurd amount of money, but it still sucks to feel like maybe I'm like letting people down or maybe not meeting expectations, but I don't really care about that as much. I think I care about how it's like kind of manifested into this dejected version of myself where I'm just like, oh, like I don't want to go to work, I don't want to interact with these people, I just like want to do my work and get it done. I don't care if I'm there or not, like I just want to sit somewhere and be productive, but I don't want to like be around anyone, I don't want to talk to people, like that's not my job. Like it's not my job to fucking like socialize with people, but I know the more likable you are, the more successful or whatever you'll be. So that's what's kind of annoying, and I think that's been really tough. especially because I know that I take things really personally. And like, I don't know, it's hard to remind myself of that, but sometimes when people say things to me and I'm like, I don't care about this person's opinion, then it's like, whatever, I don't give a shit. I'm just gonna be who I want to be. But when it comes to work, it's kind of like there are consequences, and inherently I naturally care. So it just feels like I've like let people down. And I don't know, Roy was saying like, you like, he thinks that I'm taking this as like a personal attack, and of course I am, because it's like I could have done things better, and it was like me that did things wrong. And I just feel really dejected, because I feel like I look at the other people on my team who I like really want to be like, and that's why I joined this team, and I really like them, admire them, and I feel like I should never be like them, and I wouldn't even want to fucking like hire myself. But it's like dumb, because I like also know that I can like do this work, and like I know that I can meet the expectations. I just like feel really, really bad today, especially because I was talking to my manager about these expectations, and he's like trying to do, you know, like right by me by like setting myself up so I don't quote unquote fail next time. But it just feels bad, because it feels like it's like an intervention. I'm like actually doing poorly, that he needs to set up these things. So it's like, okay, now we're gonna have these like mid check-ins, and then he made these check-ins, and then it's private on my calendar, and it just feels like bad, even though I know it's all supposed to be helpful. And I don't know. Yeah, it's like I know I can do it, but then if I wanted to do it, I would have done it, right? But I just like didn't care. And so now I'm just like feeling like meh, and I don't want to do anything. But I like sitting down, heads down, being in this flow state of trying to figure out my work. It's just like also annoying, because I'm doing this like on-call work, which is like really fucking annoying, and I'm like really fucking slow or some bullshit. I don't know. Now I'm just talking to myself to try to make myself feel better, so I don't have to talk to anyone about it. But now I'm just like, damn, my therapist doesn't want to see me anymore, because she's like, oh, you're fine. And I'm like, bro, I'm not fucking fine. Like, I'm over here being like, blah, 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 I suck at this, blah, blah, blah. And then everyone else is like, why the fuck are you so hard on yourself? And I'm like, literally, I don't fucking know. But if somebody could tell me and fix it, that'd be awesome. Okay, bye. I've been feeling so just dejected and isolated and wanting to shut down. And I don't know, work just seems hard right now. And I think it's just because it's not supposed to be easy. And I don't know, maybe I just feel like everyone else knows what they're doing and I just don't. And everyone else is good at small talk and like being likable and being someone that's like good at work, and I just am not. And I'm just feeling very in the give up mood, where I'm like, oh, maybe I should do this, maybe I should quit next year, maybe this and this. And it's like tough, because I feel like I know that I'm capable of like doing the work that is expected of me. I just feel like I'm not capable of, I don't know, exceeding at it or doing it in a really good way or job, or I don't know. I just like look at people around me and I'm like, I'm not like them, and I'm not like them, and I can't do it. And I don't know, it just feels like I've felt bad for a really long time, since maybe like early November, and it's already like past early December. But at the same time, I don't know, I feel like I've had really good like experiences and moments, and I just am forgetting to realize that and acknowledge it. And yeah, and I don't know, it makes me like think and question all my life decisions, which is maybe normal, but maybe I just like take it to an extreme. And today was just today was just one of those days where I got really stuck on something, and I was like so determined to figure it out, which I think is good, but it was almost like I put this like extreme sense of urgency on whatever I was trying to do, and that, I don't know, kind of made me feel bad. And there's like no rush, and I don't know, I just like need to figure out a better way to like handle that next time. But yeah, I think I just like needed to leave and take a break. I don't know, I just like feel really disheartened, and I just like don't want to talk to anyone. And I have my moments of like getting out of it and feeling a lot better, and usually that just like happens when I talk to people or like reach out to people. But then I'm just like, dang, I'm such a burden. And then I'm like, then I spiral and I'm like, dang, I feel like so many people have such a great support system, and it's not to say that I don't, but I just feel extra burdensome when I think about like, man, I want to like go do something with someone, and then it's just like, oh well, I don't want to like bother them. But yeah, feeling extra lonely and extra like I'm all on my own, and I just like don't want any responsibility with anything. And it's not really like me to not want to do anything, but for some reason right now I'm just kind of like, dang, I just want to like go home and do nothing and just think about my life, or maybe just like watch an and just like watch an excessive amount of TV, which is like usually not what I do. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. But I don't know. It's like weird. I feel like I am just like, dang, I need to like fix the problem. I need to like do something immediately, or I need to like change my life right away. And then I just feel like that makes me have no resilience. And I just like, yeah, when shit gets tough, I just give up. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like I have the privilege to be able to like leave and choose what I want to do with my time. And I should just take advantage of that. But instead I'm like, dang, maybe I should suffer. Maybe I should push myself to like be miserable, because some people don't even have the option to not be. And yeah, I don't know. And then if people want to get rid of me, then it's fine, but for now I'll just kind of stay where I am. I don't know if that makes sense. Basically I'm saying like, maybe I'll just like try my best, and if I get fired, I get fired, but like at least I'm happy doing it. Which is, I feel like what happened these first 6 months of work is like, I was like really happy and engaged in work, and now that I've maybe learned that I'm not doing the best at work, now I just kind of want to give up, because I'm like, damn, I tried my best and it wasn't good enough kind of vibes, you know? It's fine, I'll figure it out. Okay, bye.